I collect Gunsmith Cats. I've always wanted to get Gunsmith Cats Burst 5, the English from Dark Horse. $294.94 US. That's a current posting, so I could go out and I could buy it for almost 300 bucks US. I could buy the entire Burst Japanese 1 through 5 for like $114.66 US. Buys me 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Japanese. Same thing with Cage of Eden. I collect Cage of Eden. I'm missing a few, and those last few are expensive, especially the last volume, volume 21. So here we have, this is an ex-library copy, $496 US. If I was to go on eBay and look at Japanese language, Cage of Eden, complete run 1 through 21, I can get it for like $100 because it was printed a lot. It just goes to show you, like, not all manga has gone crazy. There's 3 big ones, okay? It's One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto. Pretty much in that order. Naruto's pretty big. I think high grade Dragon Ball, because of the age of it, is a little bigger, but One Piece is the undisputed champion. Nothing's even close to those values. But that doesn't mean like all manga are crazy expensive. Just really the shonen titles, the ones from the 90s, early 2000s. Anyway, got that out of the way. Point number 2 I have to make. I was dummy when I posted that Jeremy Padower purchase. I forgot I could look at the census. It's like, oh my goodness. It's on the CBCS census, the manga. So the one he bought for his One Piece, number 1, is 24-1760F77-002. Now, technically, when I looked, there are 2 9.8 One Piece first printings. His is white pages, and I'll zoom in here. You can kind of see under the 9.8, that little blurb of text says white. The second 9.8 is actually off-white, white. So I'm going to say, like, they're both 9.8, but he has the better copy because he has the white pages. Now it's time to jump into the English manga and light novel sales because the first one I want to look at, I No Kasubi, Volume 8, last in the light novel run, went for 350 bucks. This one was sold a while ago. This is Air Gear Volume 28, sold on January 24th, and this went for 700. A lot of the later Air Gear volumes also go for big dollars. This one was sold on March 7th. This is Air Gear Volume 34, went for 425. This one kind of surprised me a little. I think this might be a little bit of hype going on here. This is Bleach Volume 1, first printing, BGS 7, and you're thinking for $195, that's not a bad price. This was the English. If somebody had like a 9.4 Bleach number 1 first printing, yeah, I can see paying big bucks, but for 7, especially English, I'm not so sure. And speaking of that, another one, Dragon Ball Volume 7, BGS 9.0, first printing, but again, English. This one went for 300. I'd never heard of this Inuyashiki, Volume 10, but it went for 300. It's the same creator of Gantz. This one was Naruto, the shiny holographic 1 in 5,000. Viz put out in 2003. Basically was listed for about $556. It went for $561.95. It's number 3,519 of 5,000. But I don't know if you can see from the picture, the shape really wasn't that good. It has a big crease through the cover. Not surprising, it went for less than this one. Same book, this is Naruto, 3,607 of 5,000. This one's so straight sold for $1,000. What else is insane is that a One Piece English Volume 1 first printing in a 5. A 5 is like a mediocre grade. was listed for 600 bucks and it got 570, so it got really close to asking price there. This was on January 2nd, so kind of sticking with this theme. There's the Shonen Jump Power Pack, Volume 1, and I had no idea these existed, but these are all the titles they released in 2003 for a Viz in a nice little manga starter set, so pretty cool. These 7 manga went for $1,500 in that pack. Next up we have To Love Ru Darkness, Volume 6. This was sealed, $320. That is crazy. But perhaps the biggest sale I've seen in a while, and I always know like Sakurai Volume 5 is always valuable. So here we have Sakurai Volume 5 sealed. So it went for £728. That's pretty close to $1,000. Next up we have Triage X, and I always knew like Triage X 4, 5, and 7 of the English manga, always valuable. I didn't know that Volume 14 was also crazy expensive. Sold, Triage X Volume 14, $435. Wow. Another one that's always valuable, Vagabond, the last volumes of the series. Here we have 33, 34, 35, all sealed, went for $600 for those 3 books, which pales in comparison to the actual last volume of the series, is Vagabond Volume 36, $450. This one always goes for big money, especially when it's sealed like that. And just a couple other things I wanted to dive into, like a lot of this craze for the BGS manga, it is pretty recent. I'm going to put up on the screen, like this is basically the same 9.2 Demon Slayer with the Obi first printing. You can see on February 27th, one of them was listed for $1,000, sold for $500. Literally just weeks later, listed for $3,900 in a 9.2, sold for $3,000. That's quite a jump. I honestly believe that when Jeremy Padower made that huge purchase, it really put that FOMO into the BGS Japanese manga collector. It's so honestly that between like February 27th and March 19th, you've got like that huge jump there. Finally, I wanted to actually, there was one last thing I wanted to jump and see. It's not just manga, Japanese manga, that is going crazy. It's also light novels. Specifically, like I was looking at this One Piece Heroines first printing in a 9.8. Now, this is just the listing, and this just came out in 2021. Of course, it has the OB as well. I don't know if it will sell for this amount. There's a lot of light novels. Will these sell for big bucks? I don't know right now, but it's just interesting that yes, you can send light novels off to Beckett to have them graded, and if one comes back in 9.8 and is popular, you can probably get really good money. So anyways, that's really it this time, I promise, and thanks for watching again, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.